almost coming up to Autism Awareness Week, but before I do, I want to quickly do a short video about myself, about why I started YouTube, hence the title, as well as saying this also just a quick rundown of what's going to be covered for Autism Awareness Week, so to speak, or shall we say Autism Acceptance Month. So as you're aware, basically, now you want to, the brief background about it all is like I started YouTube about 2014-15, and before then, like I used to just sit silently, you know, writing down things in my journal and whatnot, you know, writing down my thoughts and maybe videoing certain bits and pieces on my own without uploading them to YouTube, so to speak. And then in saying this also, I thought just to use my blog that I have now tried to, you know, keep continuing updating it to this day as a like pen to paper, you say, or, you know, to the screen. And in saying this also, basically, like after that I decided, you know, I thought after being through what I've been through here, say that I thought to myself basically that enough is enough. I'll basically just, you know, go on board and just here say, you know, start my channel. So here I am today, you know, basically sharing my life stories and educating you all and advocating you all hearsay, as you know. And in saying this, basically, I'm hoping for the reasoning behind it that I am fulfilling even though I believe I have fulfilled my aims and goals for you guys, being your advocate and mentor or what have you, because, you know, as you know, at this moment of time, basically, you know, we should know our whys, and that when we have started our channel at the very beginning. So also in saying this, basically, the reasons is to gain more self-confidence on the screen, as well as hopefully in the near future, if I do any public speaking, to actually be able to build up that self-confidence out in the real world if I was doing public speaking, even though I'm doing my very hardest with my anxiety and travel anxiety and that as well, just to socialize with people as well outside the screen, as well as in the communities I'm in right now. And then saying this, and another one was to, like I said, to share my life stories and take you all on a journey with me, especially about what life is like for an autistic, because as you know, every autistic is different, so they'll share their stories differently regardless what it may be, you know, and they'll go about it in their own unique way. Another one is to educate and advocate to you all as well, based on mental health and autism. This is my passion, obviously, as you may are aware, and I want to try and be your voice as well, and saying this to let you guys know that you're not alone in your downtime. So feel free to message me through my, you know, private inbox of social media, wherever you have been following me, if you have been. If not, then the links are in the description as well as in the either. Another one is just to, like, basically, besides that, be a voice to you guys regardless, because I know what it's like sometimes when you're down and out and you're knocking on wood, because obviously, like, you know, I've been through certain things that I can relate. Sometimes I might not be able to relate, but I can still be a listening ear, as well as, you know, your confidant if you need someone to talk to, regardless of it all. And in saying this also, I am an empathetic person, and I may be patient, even though many people can see me to this day. Many people do test me on my everyday situations of my patience, regardless what it may be. So basically, another thing now, just to, before I end this piece, is just to give you a quick update, hopefully, of what's going to go down. So what I'm hoping to achieve on Autism Awareness Month, I'll be reading some journal blogs for you guys based on my third afterthoughts of the autistic topics that might come about. So some of them you may not have heard from other autistics, some you may have, and I humbly apologise in advance if you have, but I am going to be joining on the bandwagon for a couple of maybe topics that are up there already or not, one of which you may have seen by Indie Andy and Invisible Eye about the concerns of the autism community. I'm going to put my input into that, so be on the lookout for that. What else is going to be covered is, hopefully, it's going for gold in autism, we read instead, people, not jigsaw puzzle pieces, and so on and so forth. I might also hopefully do a quick reaction video hopefully in that month of a couple of autism videos maybe, or television series or what have you, so bear with me on that one. I'm hoping to do a Q&A, so if you want to do some Q&As, feel free to link them down below here, or actually, as I said before, I might hope to do a little update of you guys, just a quick blurb on my Aspie Answers Facebook page or somewhere, so you can see it, that if you're interested, just to let me know basically by answering questions that are either autistic like and that, and hopefully I'll see if I can go live with those questions for you guys, along with some other things I'm hoping to do live, which I don't know, I could be doing another, you know, dirty little secret of my dark journal entry, maybe another poem for you guys, I don't know as of yet, but I'll see how I go anyway with that week. So if you've got any other ideas that you think that you would like to see during that month, feel free to comment them below and I'll see what I can do to fulfill them for you guys. So this just quickly wraps up a bit about me and why I started YouTube, because as you know, basically at this point in time there are many questions that pop up, and this one was the most popular one of, you know, why I started and, you know, what was my reasoning behind it, we could call it, you know, a little bit of a background story. Hopefully this is short and brief for you guys. So enough further ado guys, also if you want to, like I said, my merch is out on my spreadshirt site. It will be listed in the description below as well as on the screen, and if you want to also feel free to have a look into my, you know, blog if you're interested in reading. Don't forget also with these blogs, I'm going to hopefully, when these videos are up, I'll link them to some of the videos that I've shared of these topics, so it's easier for you guys to navigate through if you are more of a visual person instead of, you know, wanting to read word for word what I'm saying. Hopefully you can follow through and everything else, and I'm still at this point of time doing captions. That's the reason why I've been away for the last few days as well from my channel, just to take a hiatus break, as well as sorting out some of the videos that Lala and I myself when we went up to Taupo just recently, and that might come after the end of the week of Autism Awareness Acceptance Month or so. I don't know yet, but you'll just have to wait and see, but just keep an eye out anyways through my social medias and everything, so that you know what's the haps and everything. I might give you another update of what's going down soon also, because there's some things that will be subject to change most likely with what's happening with me, but sit tight. And I want to thank you all for your support, especially one for Michael Young, who is one of my patrons, and if you guys want to be on the bandwagon to support me financially, feel free to visit my Patreon account. Big or small, it doesn't matter. I much appreciate it, because as I said before, these funds that I'm hoping to do through my Patreon especially will hopefully go towards better recording equipment, and also in saying this, hopefully in the near future to travel visits, also maybe do more future collab projects with these YouTubers that has been on board with me. And if any of you are wanting to do these future video projects that I've been doing of talking about yourself as an icebreaker, or even if you're a mental health / autistic person, or even some other health conditions you want to raise awareness and understanding to, just let me know in the comments, or even just private message me and I'll share more in details about what's needed from you guys. So enough for the guys, thanks for the support, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Ciao for now.